Alright, hello. Welcome back to another episode of Fallout New Vegas. Episode 17, I think. I'm pretty sure 17 sounds right. When we left off, we finished up our quests for the Brotherhood. Got them all situated. Did Vault 22. I believe we might have done some Jacobstown stuff. No, that's not right. I think we just did Vault 22. Jacobstown was the episode before that. Finished up for the Brotherhood, did Black Mountain, and saved Raoul, who is right in front of us at the moment. And today we're going to be doing Raoul's quest, along with helping out the Boomers. About the Boomers at Nellis. So I think that'll be pretty fun. Yeah, we're going to start off with Boone, so we'll start by banging out Raoul's quests. Which are pretty easy, they're just talk to people. Which we can do very quickly. You can sit through with his dialogue. His is probably the easiest quest, I think, out of everybody, because you literally just talk to people. And then once you're done talking to people, you're ready to rock. Ready to rock, ready to roll. I did actually record this already, but my game ended up crashing, which sucked. Was not too happy about that. So I'm hoping we will not crash this time. And it'll be smooth sailing. But you never know. I don't think the crashing was like too worrisome. It was more of a whatchamacallit, a Windows CC plus or C++ issue thing.
Name Sterling, First Recon. Can't say I've seen you before. I'd remember if I had.
You remember everyone who passes through here?
Got a good memory for faces, landmarks and such too. Comes with practice, that's all. And a lot of scouting from place to place.
Interesting rifle you have there, lever action, right?
I called her the Long Carabine. Didn't always have the scope. I added that myself. Been shooting with her so long, couldn't bring myself to toss her away. Would have felt guilty to part with the old girl. The other snipers used bolt action, but Gorbets reckoned it didn't matter none if I was different, so long as I could hit my targets.
You always been with the First Recon?
Used to be a ranger. One of the first they sent out east back before we took the dam. Observation and reconnaissance. We took the lay of the land, checked out the locals, and kept ourselves inconspicuous. A couple friends of mine were the first to scout the dam. That was back in '73, if I recall. A lot of those rangers are dead now. Vegas always chewed men up. It's just a little more literal nowadays.
Why'd you leave the Rangers?
Well, that wasn't really a matter of choice. Got myself caught by legionaries up near Malpay. They had themselves some fun with me. Mangled my hands and feet pretty good. Wasn't much good with the pistol after that. Wasn't gonna be trekking across the waste on any more long scouts either.
How'd you manage to escape Malpay?
Caesar's boys figured I wasn't going anywhere after what they'd done to me. So they didn't bother tying me up. I crawled out of there on my elbows and knees. Must have looked a sight. Then I rolled down an embankment into the Colorado. I guess I had a mind to drown rather than give Caesar's boys the satisfaction of killing me. But a couple rangers happened to be watching from across the river. They jumped on in and pulled me out of there. Lucky break, they said.
You always been stationed here?
Going on 6 months now, but I reckon we'll be moving out soon enough. Can't talk about the details. Till then, we'll man the towers and keep an eye on the fiends. We've had more than our share of trouble from their direction. Whole thing smells of Caesar to me. Of course, that's just guesswork. But I'd still bet a few caps he's stirring up the locals against us.
See ya.
Always a pleasure. Keep yourself safe.
Yes, sir.
Not to worry, boss. I'm
Nothing else right now.
got a second to talk,
Oh,
boss.
now you want to talk. Sure, what's in your mind?
Meeting Corporal Sterling. Well, it kind of got me thinking. Here's a guy that's been beat all to hell, right? I mean, he could have retired from the service, but instead he signs back on and does what he can. You think he did the right thing?
I think it's good that he's so devoted to his duty. More people should act that way.
You think so, boss? Because I remember a time when a lot of people stuck to their duty no matter what. It ended with nuclear bombs falling on my hometown.
You're talking about the Great War? What do you remember about it?
I grew up in a place called Hidalgo Ranch, just outside Mexico City. It wasn't much, just a bit of a farm, with a house for 3 generations of Tejadas. I wasn't the best behaved kid. I was quick with my hands, with a pistol or a wrench. And I wasn't afraid to get into fights over it. I never killed anybody, but I had my share of run-ins with the police. Mostly my family kept me in line. This was before the war. We were far enough away from Mexico City when the bombs fell that we missed the worst of it. But things got bad quick.
Go on.
Just a few days after Mexico City was vaporized, refugees started pouring down the road to our ranch. We helped who we could, but there were so many. Eventually, my father started turning people away before we ran out of food. Things got violent. My father and I got our guns, and we drove them off.
What happened then?
About 24 men came back in the night after we'd gone to sleep. They set fire to the ranch house and barred the doors from the outside. My whole family was trapped inside. I smelt the smoke, and I got myself and my little sister Rafaela out through a window. But everyone else, my parents, my grandmother, my 2 brothers, and 2 of my sisters, all died.
What happened then?
Rafaela and I ran. We were pursued by some of the men who attacked our home, but I was always a good shot. The ones who came after us, I killed. The rest, I left be. I had to take care of Rafaela, not throw my life away on revenge.
And you blame yourself for this?
Maybe. I don't know. All I know is that for all my skills with a pistol, I couldn't help them. Anyway, that was weighing on my mind. Thanks for letting me get it out in the open, boss.
No problem, Raul. Next up, we hit Novak.
Hey, we haven't met yet. You must be new in town. I'm Andy.
You do something to your leg?
Yeah, twice. Actually, the first time it was more like half my body. Knocked me out of the Rangers. This time, it's mostly just reminded me how useless I've gotten.
What happened?
A few years back, we get a tip that some Legion slavers were holed up in this burnt-out house a few clicks from where we were stationed. We get there and it's deserted. No sign anyone's been there. I mean, nothing. As we're leaving, I hear something behind me. I turn around and there's this kid, just skin and bone, and he's looking up at us and he's scared half to death. Been hiding in a closet.
What'd you do?
I go to grab him out of there and I notice he's holding something in his hand. Something metal. He shuts himself back in the closet and that's when I see the grenade he's left by my feet. They do it a lot, the Legion, using kids. They know we'll hesitate. Anyway, that was the first time. Second time, I fell down those stairs in front of the motel, just in case I got to thinking I'd put it all behind me.
Your body is injured, not your mind. You're kidding yourself if you think you're useless.
Huh. People don't exactly line up to find out what's in my head. Can't remember the last time someone suggested I knew something worth knowing. You know, maybe there's something I can do for you. Since you've gone to all the trouble of flattering a crippled old soldier, there's a move we have in the Rangers for knocking an opponent off his feet. Saved my butt a bunch of times, maybe it will for you too. Let me show you how it's done.
Cool. Thank you, sir. You want to talk?
I can't believe we were allowed in.
No? You don't want to talk? Maybe we gotta talk to him more.
What's new?
What do you do around here, Andy?
Right now, a whole lot of sitting on my keister and counting cracks in the ceiling. I wouldn't wish it on anybody. On better days, I help keep the peace. Boone and Vargas watch the road. I watch the town. Tell myself I'm doing some good.
You're with the NCR, right?
Was with them. That was back when my arm and leg used to work better. I still like to pretend I'm a ranger, though. I'll check in with the guys up at the station pretty regular on the ham radio. Sometimes they stop by, tell me they're paying their respects, the smug bastards. They haven't been responding to me last couple days. I guess they got tired of hearing me talk, but it still got me a little worried. Hell, listen to me talk, like some damn mother hen.
Did you feel better if I checked on your NCR friends for you?
No. They're gonna think I'm having trouble letting go. They're good soldiers. I don't give them enough credit.
Alright.
Hey, wait a sec. I know what I said, but if you find yourself by Ranger Station Charlie, let me know what you find. I'd be interested.
Sure, man.
Hey, boss. Can I ask you something?
Yeah, of course. What's on your mind?
What do you think of guys like Ranger Andy?
What do you mean, guys like Ranger Andy?
I mean, guys who have a world of experience doing what they do, but have to give it up because they're getting old and slow or too injured.
Even after a crippling injury, a guy like Andy's tougher and more dangerous than most men alive.
Maybe, yeah. I guess you got a point there.
We're not just talking about Ranger Andy, are we?
Not really, boss. No. After the fire, I knew my sister and I couldn't stay at Hidalgo Ranch anymore. The refugees still wanted me dead. They even put a bounty on me. I remember how scared Rafaela was. I told her if she came with me, we'd see the Vaqueros. She used to love the rodeo, especially the trick rider. We figured maybe we could find help in Mexico City. We were young. We didn't know what had happened, really. We didn't understand about the bombs.
Wasn't Mexico City basically annihilated in the Great War?
I don't think it was as hard hit as D.C. or Bakersfield, but it was bad enough. By the time we got there, the city was a radioactive ruin. Still, the city was full of looters, already forming into the beginnings of raider tribes. Crime was bad before the war, but now it was a nightmare. We were living like scavengers, scraping by on what little food we could find, always looking for medicine for my burns. And then, of course, the radiation started to kick in, turning me into this handsome devil you see before you.
Jeez, that sounds pretty bad.
You're a poet of understatement, boss. But there were moments it was almost worth it. I still remember finding that novelty costume shop. I was just looking around for something I could slice up to wrap my burns when I saw the Vaquero outfit hanging on the rack like it hadn't been touched. I took it, not like anybody else needed it, you know, and wore it back to our camp. Rafaela laughed, for the first time since the bombs had fallen.
Wasn't it dangerous to be dressed so noticeably?
It was. I started to build up a legend. Sometimes it headed off trouble, but most of the times it just started more. Young punks looking to prove themselves would come looking for me, but my eyes were sharp and my guns were quick. For a while, it seemed like we might even survive there, until Rafaela.
Go on, what happened to Rafaela?
She went out to find some food one day. I was sick, so I stayed at our camp. I guess it must have been the beginning of radiation poisoning. Anyway, it was supposed to be safe, but some raiders happened to pass through where she was scavenging. I won't speak of what they did to her. When I found her body, the only way to recognize her was this funny little scar on her knee from when she was a little girl.
It's terrible, Raul.
Terrible doesn't begin to cover it, boss. I let my whole family down. First the ranch, now Rafaela. I was the last Tejada. I guess maybe I went a little crazy then. I took my guns and went back to that market. I didn't have many bullets, but I had enough. After the raiders were dead, I salvaged what I could from the store. I was tired. I just wanted to be alone forever.
So what did you do?
I left Mexico City behind. I made my way out to the Gulf Coast. Eventually, I found an old Petro Chico refinery nobody had claimed. I stayed there for a little while, and I thought a lot about my life. I thought about the guns I'd lived by, and what they'd gotten me. I decided my guns hadn't gotten me anything, and it was time to give it up. I took off the old Vaquero outfit and put on a Petro Chico jumpsuit. The name tag said Miguel, so I started using the name myself. Eventually, I made it to Arizona. That's another story, boss.
And last but not least, we get our last talking to, or individual, from... Oh. Nellis, of all places, which is where we're also going to be doing most of our questing. Alright. Let's pick up our first quest.
Mother Pearl's instructions are clear. You can move freely around Nellis, and artillery spotters have orders not to fire on you. These are extraordinary privileges. Don't abuse them.
Mother Pearl said you have a bug problem?
Long story short, the power failed a few days ago because giant ants have tunneled into the generator room and set up a nest. I led a team down to exterminate them, but there were so many of them. We lost. 2 killed, 3 wounded. Personally, I think it's more than a savage can handle. But if you want to kill those ants and switch the power back on, feel free.
I'd handle a few ants.
Sure, anyone can. But there's more than a few down there. See for yourself. One other thing. The ants must be eating gunpowder from the munitions down there, or something. They exploded when hit by a flamethrower. One of us was using a laser pistol. Same thing. Bullets seem okay. Just don't hit the artillery shells. Loyal's been working on some kind of weapon to use against them. Maybe you should check with him.
Thank you. Keep that in mind. Alright, let's go find this Loyal fella. Nellis Hangars. Godspeed.
If you can't keep that thing under control, I will.
Excuse me? You better be talking about my fucking dog and not Raoul.
So you're the outsider. Lived your whole life out there, huh? Wow. I always thought you savages probably spoke a different language. But I hear you sound like us.
Looking for ways to help out. Anything come to mind?
What I could use is some scrap metal. It may not sound exciting, but around here we have to recycle every rivet and plate. The other thing, you being from the outside and all, well, I guess you'd call it a personal matter, but, well, forget it.
Where I come from, we discuss personal matters all the time.
That must be nice, sharing yourself like that, not being embarrassed or anything. Well, the thing is, there's this girl.
Really? Tell me about her.
Oh, you can't miss her. She has short red hair and she's the most beautiful woman who ever lived. You'd really talk to her for me? What if she feels the same way? What if she comes here like you did? What if she gets blown up? What if she doesn't like me?
What if she doesn't
Oh,
like you?
jeez. I better just let you handle it. I'm better with machines. They don't make my stomach queasy like this.
I'll look into it. Stranger things have happened.
That would
Stranger
be
Things!
amazing. As in,
Did Fallout New
I would
Vegas
thank you
predict
forever.
the Stranger Things hype 6 years before it happened?
I hope Pearl knows what she's doing, letting you wander around Nellis as you please.
Raquel said that you're working on some kind of weapon to fight the giant ants
I
with.
started building a sonic emitter that might do the trick, but it's useless without knowing the exact frequency that would kill the ants.
Any single over 22,000 hertz at 150 or more decimals should do the trick.
Hot damn, you're right! It's a matter of boosting across those thresholds, not exact amplitude. You're smarter than you look.
Aw, thanks.
Just so happens I was
dickhead.
testing it at 24,000 hertz, so it should be good to go. Place it near their nest and cross your fingers. Signal's too high for people to hear, so no harm done. But it might make you feel sick to your stomach. What is it, outsider?
Looking for ways to make myself useful.
If that's so, how about you look into repairing the solar arrays on the roof of the generator building? Nothing too complicated about it, but it's a long ways to walk my old bones, and there's been that ant problem over near there. You can't miss the array. It's on top of the generator building smack dab in the middle of Nellis, between the two runways.
I passed through a place called Helios 1. Maybe I could find
Are
parts
you
there.
talking about that damn brat light we've seen blast off to the south occasionally? I was wondering what the hell that was. If they've got the parts, bring them on back. We need to get the array back up and charging.
Let's talk about something else.
All right. What's on your mind?
Can I get the code to use the VR pods in the mess hall?
No, those aren't for outsiders to use. Leave them alone.
I'm genuinely interested in your people's history. What are the pods for?
Well, if you genuinely care so much, they're flight simulators. If you don't know our history yet, you should see Pete and get the tour. We dream to one day rule the skies.
Alright, see ya.
That's a good thing to see, huh, boss?
What are you talking about?
That loyal guy. He's getting up there in years, but he still finds a way to make himself useful to his people. If you ask me, that's better than withering away all alone or holding on to some faded piece of glory from your past.
Loyal's using his years of knowledge to help his tribe. I think that's a noble goal.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
What's really on your mind, Raul?
Old history, boss. I left everything when I left Mexico. My home, my family, my name, even my face. I know it's surprising, boss, but I wasn't always just handsome. As far as the world knows, I was Miguel, and I was okay with that. I headed north for a while, and ended up in Tucson. Not Tucson, by the way. Things were good there. Well, maybe not good, but better than Mexico City anyways. I found myself a little shack, started fixing things.
Fixing things?
Oh, sure, boss. I was always good at fixing things. Some I fixed for the town, some I fixed for other people, some I fixed just for the hell of it. It's a better way to use your hands than killing. And even then, I wasn't getting any younger or faster. I lived there for a long time, kept to myself, didn't get into any fights. Hell, the only reason I even kept my guns oiled was professional pride.
Why aren't you still there then?
Getting there, boss. I'd been in Tucson. The locals can call it Tucson all they want, but it's Tucson, damn it. About 75 years when she showed up. Prettiest thing you ever saw, boss. Maybe it was just a trick of my senile brain, but I swear she looked just like my Rafaela. Her name was Claudia. She ended up taking work at one of the brothels in town. I never went to her, of course. How could I? But I looked after her in my own way.
What happened with her?
This was a long time ago, before Caesar's Legion pacified Arizona and brought the raider tribes to heel. A tribe came into Tucson one day. More a gang, really. Dirty Dave and his 6 brothers. They were looking for bullets, and I sold some to them. I figured if I did that, they'd leave town before they tore it up too much.
But they didn't, did they?
No, boss. No, they didn't. As I was saying, I hoped they'd leave the town in peace. Instead, they decided to stop at Claudia's brothel to take the edge off. I don't know which one of them got rowdy first, but by the time I heard the screams and got my guns, it was too late. They shot up the brothel, killed 4 girls, and taken Claudia for their sport.
Did you rescue her?
I went after Dave and his brothers. They had a head start, but they slept nights. I didn't. Took me 3 days to catch up to them. Claudia was dead when I got there. They put a bullet in each of her eyes. I couldn't do anything except avenge her, just like Rafaela. I charged into the middle of their camp and started firing. 2 of them were dead before they knew I was there. The other 5, though, they shot the shit out of me. I would have died, I think, if I wasn't so full of rage.
How did you survive?
By being a meaner old cuss than the rest of them, boss. I wanted to keep living until they weren't. So I just kept shooting until they were all dead. I was in pretty bad shape in the end, though. I don't know how long I laid there, with the sun baking me and the buzzards chomping at me. Eventually, I got the strength to start moving. Some long time after that, I managed to drag my carcass back to town.
What happened then?
When I recovered, more or less anyways, I left Tucson and headed west. I ran into Tabitha at Black Mountain, and well, the rest you know. I swore I was done with the gunslinging life. I was too old, too slow, and too beat up to protect anyone anymore. I thought I was done forever, but after traveling with you, I realized I've always had my doubts.
Doubts about what?
About whether I still had what it took to carry my pistols proudly. To use them to do what's right. And now that I've been traveling with you for a while, you made me realize that I can still do that. Maybe I'm not as tough as I used to be, but my brains can make up for that. And my hands are still quick enough. It's time to put the guns back on.
Now, metagaming here. Talking him down to keep as mechanic skills gives you the player and him a significantly better perk in terms of the conditioning of your weapons. I think they can fire off like an extra 75 or 77 shots before they break, which is a huge amount, by the way. That's like pretty much half of most guns like total fire ability before they fully break, how many rounds they can shoot off. So it's really, really good, but unfortunately it's kind of the bad ending for Raul. And he looks way cooler if you choose this option, so I think that's a great idea, Raul, and I hope that you put them to good use with me.
You can bet on that, boss.
Raul has gained the old Vaquero perk, which increases his rate of fire with revolvers and lever-action firearms by 33%. And then he gets the cool-ass fucking Vaquero costume. Look at that, Rex. You got two cowboy. I mean, I'm less of a cowboy. I don't really have the hat anymore. I kind of went full soldier boy with Boone. He's my boy, after all. Me and Boone, couple NCR snipers. You know how it is. Alright, on me. On my 6. We got some looting to do. Looting and shooting. Alright, we got 3 quests. I'm heading here, though. Yoink. Because we want to grab this guy. And we'll talk to the kid, why not? We already have all the quests, so...
Hey.
Pete!
You're the outsider. Mother Pearl sent word that you'd be stopping by. You must be eager to hear the...
Actually, not right now, buddy, sorry. There's one more thing I gotta do before I talk to you. And that is over yonder. Not that far over yonder, it's this house right here. Gotta do something first. Alright. Thought these were hot dogs for a second. I was like, when the fuck did they add hot dogs to the game? Hey!
I know Mother Pearl is letting you wander Nellis as you please, outsider. But I have patients to tend to.
Looking to for ways to make myself useful.
I have 3 patients here who were gravely injured fighting those giant ants in the generator building a few days ago. I've stabilized their wounds, but they're in bad shape. Do you have medical training?
I have an extensive medical knowledge. Let's see what I can do.
If what you say is true, you can do us a world of good.
It is. Treat him. Alright.
That was some fine doctoring.
Thank you. Treat the patient. Hey, now we're accepted by the
Excellent
boomers.
treatment.
Perform the operation.
I thought that man was done for, but you brought him around. Yes, outsider?
Finish treating your patients.
Those men owe you their lives. Seems we could learn a thing or two from you savages, when it comes to medicine at least.
See ya. Alright. Let's get you up to 65. And we'll keep pushing our science up. They having a Mexican standoff? No. Alright. Raul lost, Rex won. You all saw it. Alright, now we'll go talk to Pete. We'll get the Boomers' history. Learning about the Boomers and reviving of Vaquero. That'll probably be the title of this episode. So technically I just said the thing. He said the thing! He said the episode name.
Were you interested in hearing the story of our people anytime soon, perhaps?
I'd like to know all about your people.
Wonderful. I'm sure you've noticed the mural on the wall of this hut. Shall I tell you what it all means?
Sure, I can spare the time.
Excellent. Imagine you're the first outsider to ever hear our tale. Ages ago, long before I was born, we lived underground. Everyone had guns.
I'm sorry, I'm just trying to do the story.
Wouldn't let us explode anything, not even a hand grenade. We left and wandered the wastes. There were savages with knives. We blew them up with frag mines and grenades, burned them with flamethrowers. It was neat, but there was a downside. For every 43.6 savages we killed, we lost one of our own. We needed a new home. We needed Nellis. Here we have prospered and multiplied. Here our mighty guns destroy any savages who might try to harm us before they can even reach our gates. Well, until... But... Not saying you want to harm us or you're a savage, but anyways.
Yeah, good choice of words,
Nellis
kid.
has revealed many secrets. It has taught us how to fly the bombers once based here, and it has taught us where to find one. And that is our story so far. For this last image is our future. To restore the bomber, to fly the open skies in armored safety, raining high explosive ordnance upon ignorant savages. This is our destiny. I'm pleased that you listened to the entire story. Perhaps there are details you'd like to know more about. Let me know. Now that you know the story of our people, you must have all sorts of questions.
I have some questions about your people's history.
Ask away.
Why did your ancestors leave the safety of a vault?
So you know about the vaults? Yes, we lived in one of those. Ours was numbered 34. In our vault, everyone had guns, but the overseer wouldn't let you fire off any of the really fun ones. I guess all the little pops and bangs at the firing ranges just got boring after a while.
Your people were willing to risk it all for freedom?
And at Nellis, we found it. We haven't detonated any atomic warheads since before I was born, but otherwise, it's do as you will. Anything else you want to know?
I'm surprised Nellis was empty when your people found it.
Several automatic warheads detonate here 100 years ago, leaving the base highly radioactive. The savages of the waste, ignoramuses, all avoided Nellis by habit.
Whereas your people had brought Geiger counters with them from the vault.
That's exactly right. You're very knowledgeable for a Sav, an outsider. Anything else you want to know?
How do you survive, totally cut off from the world?
Nellis is a completely self-sufficient community. We draw water from Lake Mead, solar arrays provide power, and we grow our own crops.
The ingenuity of your people is remarkable.
Thank you. Our self-sufficiency is a point of pride. Anything else you want to know?
How are howitzers doing at Air Force Base?
You're right. They weren't here when we discovered Nellis. We found the guns at a huge weapon depot called Area 2, many miles from here. It took many weeks to drag the guns and their ammunition back to Nellis, and it was the last time any of us set foot beyond our homeland.
That howitzer battery is a monument to the grit and resolve of your people.
Thank you so much. I'll be sure to pass that on. Anything else you want to know?
How has Nellis taught your people to fly?
Once we restore power, we learned that some elaborate chairs we've been sleeping in were actually virtual reality simulators. We believe they were used to train combat pilots. We used them extensively. I alone have shot down over 500 Chinese Zion 85 fighters. Before you ask, I'm afraid there's no way you can be allowed to use the simulators. They're for our use only. Sorry.
Oh, to slip the surly bonds of earth and dance amid the soaring birds.
That's beautiful. Yes, it's exactly like that. So free, so... words can't do it justice. Anything else you want to know?
How'd you learn where to find an old bomber?
Loyal found a file somewhere on the base, with magazine articles, photographs, a map even. It seems that a bomber, apparently the 29th of its kind, crashed in Lake Mead on July 21st, 1948. Just imagine, that's over 300 years ago. The photograph shows that it was basically intact, and the map tells us exactly where to find it, except we haven't left Nellis in decades.
You could attach balisats to the plane and then haul it here for repairs.
Yes! In fact, that's exactly what Loyal has planned to do. You should go talk to him. I wish everyone were just as interested in our story as you are. Maybe I should act out the battles, or learn how to throw my voice.
Cool. See you, kid. Now we're liked. Technically, that's all you need to do. If you just come here and talk with that kid, it'll be enough, usually, that you can go back to Pearl and be like, hey, I got everything in check. And she'll be like, oh, thank you. You're now a part of the Boomers. So if you want the cheap way, you just talk to that kid, listen to the story, ask a bunch of questions. Usually gets you there. Especially if you can do all the speech checks, you get extra reputation with them for being super interested.
McLafferty's a hard boss.
You should go talk to Blake or Alice. They handle most of our contact with visitors.
I don't suppose you watch the Boomers over in Nellis sometimes, do you?
I watch all sorts of things with my binoculars. Who wants to know? And why?
I've been inside Nellis. There's a young man there who has a crush on you.
Nice-looking blonde boy? I always wondered if he was watching me back. What's he like?
He's nice, maybe a little naive. Seems convinced you're the love of his life.
Really? That's so sweet. I'd love to go meet him. Is there any way the Boomers would let me visit Nellis?
I'll ask Pearl to make an exception for you.
This is so exciting. Let me know how it turns out.
Of course. It's pretty fucked up. You can't just lie and be like, oh, they're ready to see you right now. And she'll just run there and get killed in the bombardment. But that's good writing, man. Give me the option to be an evil asshole and just tell this woman, yeah, you're good. Just head over there. You know, just make sure to dodge the bombs. But yeah, always go talk to Pearl. Get the confirmation. Pearl's pretty easy to sway. I'm pretty sure it's less of a speech check, if there's even any, to talk to Pearl than there is to lie to that woman. So, it's pretty funny.
How is your visit with us going, stranger?
Jack is interested in a girl.
Well, well, this is welcome news. Who is she?
She works for the Crimson Caravan.
She's with those traders? They've tried to contact us before, but I'm not interested in trading with greedy savages. This presents a bit of a problem. Jack isn't allowed to leave Nellis, and I doubt she would make it through the artillery alive.
Okay, it's 5 points left. It would mean a lot to Jack if she could come to Nellis.
I suppose Jack deserves a chance at love. You can tell Jack she has a free pass to enter, but he is responsible for her actions. Do not make me regret this decision, outsider.
See ya. Tell Jack Janet is interested in him. I will do no such thing. I'm kidding, of course I will. Young love, it's beautiful, man. And it definitely does not make me feel shitty about myself. I love seeing other people happy before me. It's so awesome and fulfilling. I can't fit through that. Raoul, don't judge me. The Vaquero, don't judge me. I'd love to have a Modelo
Sorry, no time to
Raoul, that'd be
talk.
awesome.
Have you seen her? The redhead of my dreams?
Good news, she feels the same way.
She does? You mean it? That's incredible. What happens next? Can she come here? How do we make sure she doesn't get blown up? Should I talk to the gunners or to Pearl?
I spoke to Pearl, but Janet needs a way past the artillery.
Here, take this boomer outfit. I'll let the gunners know she's coming, and not to shoot at her.
Outsider.
Boomer outfit for Janet. Kind of wish that, like... I know there's mods that can, like, do it, but I wish named characters got more unique outfits, you know? Like, a bit of personality behind it. Like, this is literally called a boomer outfit for Janet. So, like, it should have... kind of be a little customized for her, you know? Make it a little more interesting. It's specifically for her.
Hello again. How's your boomer friend?
Actually, I want to talk to you about him again.
I was hoping you would. What's going on? Have they agreed to my safety yet?
I got a boomer uniform for you to wear while you cross to Nellis.
There's one more thing. I have a work contract with the Crimson Caravan, and if I walk away, I lose the wages they owe me. Could you do just one more thing for me and talk to Alice McLafferty about it? I know if I do it, she'll just say no. I'd hate to lose the money.
Yeah, I'll see what I can do. called? Is it meeting people that gives me the speech? Yeah, let's keep the speech up. I'm gonna go talk to Alice here.
Welcome to the Crimson Caravan Company New Vegas branch. What may I do for you?
Janet's asked me to talk to you about releasing her from her contract.
Ah, yes. Her infatuation with a boomer she's never met. It's a small camp. Word gets around. She's aware she's breaking her contract, which is undoubtedly why she sent you to talk to me instead of coming herself. Janet is free to leave, but she forfeits the wages she's owed. That's the price of contract breaking. Take it or leave it.
Are you really going to ruin what's supposed to be the time of happiness for her?
Being sentimental is not how I made the Crimson Caravan so successful. But I'll allow it, just this once. Janet will be paid what she's owed. Consider it a gift.
Freddy's been riding asses again.
Easy, man. It's so easy. I'm a smooth operator.
Have you spoken with McLafferty yet?
I convinced her to pay you what you're owed. You're free to leave.
That's great. I can't believe you went through all this trouble for me. Thank you.
And then she leaves. And then we head back to the Nellis hangar. Meeting people is worn off. She here yet? Nope. 1 hour. She here yet? Almost. 1 hour. She here yet? Yep.
Hello. It's great to finally meet you.
Hi there. It's great to meet you as well.
I'm glad you made it out here. You're even more stunning up close than you were at a distance.
And you're even more handsome up close. Do you think it'll be okay if I hang around here for a little while, so we can get to know each other better?
Of course it would. I'll have you set up with some quarters with some of the other women.
Did you know the strip's all stirred up lately?
Thank you for getting Janet to Nellis. I've never been so happy in my entire life.
Have a good one, buddy. Take care of yourself. Alright, Sunshine Boogie. Oh, rolling this way. Whoopsie. Whoopsie daisy. Oh, got stuck. Got a little stuck there. My buddy Rob is playing Total War Attila. Da do da dee da do da dee da do da da. Bada beep bop boo, bada beep bop boo, bada beep bop boo da papa. Come on, get up! There we go. Skyrim that bitch. Repair the array without parts. There we go. Repair the array. Okay. I'm gonna come over here. Repair the array. Repair the array. Is that it? Repair the array. Alright, all solar arrays have been fixed. Right on. Back we go. Get our ass back over here. I need to talk to Loyal. Oh, you ain't loyal. Where the hell's Loyal? Loyal! Speedrunner, man. I be running.
Really? So, hello, outsider. Need something?
I repaired the solar arrays and increased their efficiency.
An impressive piece of work. I'll keep that in mind if jobs come up in the future.
Need to get going. Now we are idolized. The boomers love me. Do you blame them? I don't. And misbehaving. Quick little savey save here. What are we at for recording time? Oops, wrong one. We're at 45 minutes. Okay. We can probably finish up the last quest, I think. And then we will hit the end of this episode. And we would have finished our stuff with the boomers and helped Raul. And then I think in the next episode, we will... what do I want to finish first? We'll probably do Veronica. Because Veronica's pretty close to finishing her quest. We'll do Veronica, and then after Veronica, we'll do Boone, because Boone is going to be kind of the more to do, I think, out of everybody. And then after we're done with Boone, we will be doing a special episode. I want to do kind of a special episode for episode 20. And by special, I mean we're going to do a lot of gambling, because there's still all the casinos on the strip we have to do. So I think come episode 20, it's going to be not really an important episode in terms of like content. It's literally going to be me just rambling at a casino table while I win a bunch of money. And we can rake in the wealth, so to say. Okay. Last time I recorded this video, I got up until this point and then the game crashed. So I'm going to save.
Get up, boss. I mean, it's with your schedule.
Marksman carbine. Take that. Yes, please. Grenade rifle. Okay. Nothing in the cabinets here. Okay. Goal is to just hightail it over here. Activate the sonic emitter because it's just going to kill all of them in one go. And we get the unique thump here. That's pretty cool. A lot of egg clutches here. Also very cool. That's not what we're after. To reboot the power. Get her running. As instructed. There we go. Restart the set 2 array generators and reset the main power. Return to Raquel. Okay. Well, before we return to Raquel, let's loot their little armory they have here. Because I think I'm more than deserving of taking all of this shit. I did all the heavy lifting. So, fuck them. Right, Raul? Right. Or I guess as you'd say, that's right, boss. Raul, he's a top guy. I fell! Fuck! I hit the jump button. Didn't work. Many such cases. Excuse me. Game breaking? I can see out of the cell? Holy shit, New Vegas fucking sucks, man. What is that? You get used to it with this game. I'll be honest. So those are 2 that you guys lost? I'm guessing, yeah. Okay. Take a sip from your trusted 13-volt canteen. Amen. Whatever you say, mama. I'm assuming she's not where she usually is, so I'm just gonna wait until daytime so we can ambush her here. 8 in the morning. Early in the morning. Downtown by the street. Something, something, something. Dun, 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 dun. There are 2 wolves inside of you. One drinks at 10 in the morning. The other one loves singing. 2 wolves. And I love them both.
I see the power's back on. The ants are all dead?
Safe to go down there now.
Maybe Pearl is right about you. Because I don't know how you pulled that off. I'll tell Loyal to send someone down to clear out the eggs and repair the generators. Good work.
You're welcome. And now we can go back to Pearl. Now that literally everybody here loves us and wants us so friggin' bad. We can get ready. Ready to fall for war. Ready to kill. I don't think you really know what a bad day is. Is this her barracks? Yes, it is. Pearl!
You have done well to earn the trust of my people, child.
Well, I think I've done everything I can to help out.
I believe the time has come for you to show your value in full. The people have come to accept having you around.
Obviously.
Find Loyal.
Obviously, I am kinda awesome.
Fondest dream. He will tell you what to do next.
Alright, find the old fucking coot. Where is he? Come on, Grandpa! Grandpa! I'm tired. Well, that's too damn bad! That's what Loyal reminds me of. The grandpa from Holes. Digging up holes, digging. Digging up holes, digging. I haven't watched that movie in a while. I'm gonna put it on my IMDb. Go check out my IMDb. Exact same as my username on here. Supreme Suck, 3 C's, capital S's. Give it a look-see.
Pearl sent word saying it's all right to tell you about the lady in the water.
Lady in the water? I didn't. You know what? No, that sounds really fucking creepy, Loyal.
Ain't nothing creepy about it. It's a term of respect. A long time ago, long before the war that killed just about everything that ever lived, a bomber crashed not far from here. A bomber was a flying contraption that could drop explosives down on anything it flew over. But anyway, moving on. This bomber crashed down in Lake Mead, pretty damn near intact. When we got to Nellis, see, I found this article in a magazine all about it. There was another B-29 around here, part of a museum. Couldn't fly, but had a lot of spare parts, see? Get where I'm going? Since I was a young man, I've dreamed of raising that lady from the lake and bringing her back to life. What do you say?
Where's the bomber located?
It's at the bottom of Lake Mead. I'll mark its location on your Pip-Boy map.
How do you expect to raise a bomber from the bottom of a lake?
Simple. Attach deployable ballast to the plane and float it on up. Here is a remote detonator. Once the ballast is attached to the plane, just hit the detonator from the shore and let buoyancy handle the rest.
If it's so simple, why haven't you done it?
Maybe you don't understand. Hasn't been one of us, not a one, to set a foot outside Nellis in over 50 years. You come along with your knowledge of the outside, and it seems the time's come to raise the lady after all.
Yeah, alright, I'm game.
Good. Here's the deployable ballast. Go find the plane, attach the ballast, and hit the button.
Any ideas how to get to the bottom of Lake Mead without drowning?
Might try holding your breath. If that doesn't sound good enough, talk to Jack. He was working on a rebreather once.
A rebreather? Alright.
I've never been so happy in my entire life.
Yeah, that's awesome, buddy. Lo said you can help me breathe underwater.
I just need some parts from a pressure cooker to create a hermetic seal for the rebreather.
Corn silk, rubber hose, and removal adhesive should make a good hermetic seal.
That's a brilliant idea. I can put that together right now. Here you go. A new rebreather.
Wow. See ya.
Don't get blown up.
Thanks. Rebreather, water breathing.
Nelson will serve as example. We'll bleed the ground red with anyone who opposes our peace efforts.
Alright, let's do a... We'll save here. And then tab. Data, world map. Yeah, Ranger Station Alpha. We'll go for a little dip. Little dipski in the Watski. Talking like a hockey boy, eh? Go for a little dipski in the Watski. See if we can't bring back something. You know, tutus, fam. Damn, that motherfucker got a thick-ass torso. Taking fucking 10 308 shots to the fucking chest. Problem solved, baby. Alright, head on down to the lake here. Got more motherfuckers down that way. The fuck was that, a meat chunk? That was a meat chunk. Hit that motherfucker so hard. They went flying. I don't see any of the bastards over there. Look at that. Now we can infinitely breathe underwater. Fuck, fishies. Perfectly normal and unirradiated. I'd like to go up there, but there's 3 lake lurks up there that I don't really want to fight. Rex, keep up! He's trying his hardest. That's what matters. Hey, where is this lady of the lake? Huh? Everybody keeps talking so much about. Go. Get those on. Ugh. So that's probably Rex over there. Poor dog. Loyal's detonator begins to beep. Where is it? Turn to Loyal to let him know the thing is in the air. Repair these. but unlucky. Back to Nellis Hangers. Alright, Rex is safe. Good. If you drowned, buddy, I'd have been awfully, awfully sad. Loyal!
It's going to be a dream come true once you've raised that bomber from Lake Mead.
Plan worked. The plane floated up. Seemed to be intact.
That's tremendous. I'll transmit instructions to the robots to start packing up the plane to bring it back to Nellis.
How exactly do you plan to get a plane back here?
I just told you, the robots are going to handle it. They'll break the plane down into pieces and move it up from Colville Bay in one shot.
You're planning to use a diversionary tactics to draw their attention.
Exactly. We'll be shelling an unoccupied location in outer Vegas to get their attention elsewhere. By the time they realize they aren't under attack, the plane and the bots will be long gone. The kids wish we were shelling a real target, but Pearl thinks it's wise not to start up a war just as the lady has risen.
Probably for the best. Okay, well, glad to have help.
Hey, I'd better get rolling. Jack and I have a lot of work ahead of us.
Yeah. Let's get back to Pearl's barracks, talk to her, and that'll wrap up today's episode, Helping the Boomers. And my good man, Raoul. Let's throw on the authority glasses again. There we go. Yeah, we can do a little slow-mo walk as a group.
Hello, friend. How can Mother Pearl be of help today?
Spoken to Loyal, the B-29 is on the way.
What you have done for us is a miracle, child. You have fulfilled the only dreams we ever had outside our walls. You are a trusted friend of us all. If there is ever a way for us to help you, child, tell me, and I will make it so.
Goodbye.
Don't get blown up.
Yeah, I'll try. Appreciate it. Alright. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching today's episode. Hope you enjoyed. In the next one, we're going to drop off Raoul. We'll pick up Veronica, and we'll do Veronica's side quest, which won't be too hard, and probably some other miscellaneous stuff, maybe just exploring. Maybe we'll check out Vault 34. Actually, I'm pretty sure we have to check out Vault 34 with her quest, so that'll probably be the main attraction. And yeah, I hope you've enjoyed so far. I certainly have. And I will see you all in the next episode. Bye-bye.